My name is Eamon Dunphy. I was a professional player for 17 years in England. The first 5 were spent playing for Manchester United's youth and reserve teams, but it was the great era of Best, Law, Charlton, and I was nowhere near that level of ability. So I went off to play for York City for a few months, then to Millwall, where I spent most of my career. Then I went off to Charlton and Reading. Quite an undistinguished career in many respects, although 3 of those sides got promotion while I was there: Charlton, Millwall and Reading. I played 23 times for the Republic of Ireland, which is my country, and played with some great players like Johnny Giles, Tony Dunn, very, very good players, Charlie Hurley, Noel Cantwell, big players in the game. And I was fortunate enough to play 23 times, and it was a really great experience. I played against Franz Beckenbauer, for example, twice, and realised how bad I was. When I finished playing, I went into print journalism first, and shortly after that to work for RTE as a television analyst. My view was that most sports journalism, in particular journalism around soccer in all media, print, radio and television, was banal, bland, and lacked real conviction and real opinions, and it was an entirely different conversation that people had when they were off camera or when they weren't writing about it to the ones they had for public consumption. So I went into it with a belief that that convention should be broken, and I very quickly made myself a lot of enemies. But that's the way I do it. I tell it as I see it. I say the same off camera as I say on camera, and I think the public want that. I think they love their sport, they're passionate about their sport, and they don't mind having their opinions challenged. And I think that people who have an informed view of the game, as I do, after all the time I spent in it, should share the information, share their opinions honestly with the people that consume media. So that's what I am. I'm also a Betfair customer. I think it's brilliant. It's revolutionised betting from the punter's perspective. You can bet, you can back something, you can lay something if you don't fancy it. Most importantly, the prices are always better. It's an extremely flexible, ingenious way of betting, and it's a revolution that democratises the whole experience.